another ode to college football, one of the greats, man, Nick Saban, somebody that truly deserves a chance to get this honor, was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, or he's going to be inducted. He was named an inductee today on College Game Day. Before the game, they surprised him there on the desk, which is something special, bro, because like you talking about goats, not just of college football, but like of coaching all around. Nick Saban is right there in the conversation, bro. And the fact that he still is able to, be alive to smell his flowers and get to sense that, man, like that's great. So let me get the video pulled up so we can look at it and see the moment, because I didn't tap in until later with the show, so I didn't even see it. I saw the notification come up on Twitter on Bleacher Report. I mean,
since the advent of college football in 1869, more than 6 million people have played or coached this great game, and 0.02% of them have made the College Football Hall of Fame. And even among that 0.02%, I think there's even another level reserved for the greatest of all time. Yeah. And this December, coming up in Las Vegas National Football Foundation Awards Dinner, their new Hall of Fame class will be announced. And headlining that class will be the greatest college football coach in the history of the sport, Nick Saban.
Congratulations, man.
I didn't know anything about it.
It's happening right now.
Coach, we actually have a game ball printed out from us. Great. This is a surprise to you. You're the first one getting announced, but I think what I was told, and Reese, you can back me up, easiest vote in the history. You want to think of how you've represented the sport, how you've done on this particular program, talking for the sport that you've committed your entire life to. Congratulations, Coach. And we love you, man. We absolutely
thank you so much. But anytime anything like this happens, it's because you had a lot of great people in your organization, a lot of great players, a lot of great coaches, a lot of support staff, and they made a great team. And I was happy to drive the bus, but we had some great people on it. So thank you so much.
Congratulations. A lot of those guys that have been on that bus will probably be happy to go to Las Vegas and celebrate with you.
You're right. Yeah, even some guys that have only been teammates.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Like I said, bro, to be able to smell his flowers while he's still alive, because not everybody get a chance to do that, bro. Like, you got some coaches that are gone on the glory and don't get a chance to see it like that, for people to tell them, like, bro, we appreciate what you've done for the game of football and how you've been able to put so many people on and in different positions to win championships and create great men. What you think about obviously how Nick Saban going into the College Football Hall of Fame?
Like you said, it's awesome to smell your flowers while you still can. I think him going to the Hall of Fame, of course, a no-brainer. Like he said, driving the bus was the thing. He had good support staff around him. He had Bill O'Brien that was around him, who went to the league, and he also had Billy Napier, who's still the coach at Florida. He led LSU to a championship, Bama, of course, to a championship. It was everything he done in college football was undeniable. It was one time, I forget who it was, but it was a kid that was in Alabama that got in trouble, and he basically was like, "No, I'm not gonna kick him off the team. I mean, so what? He go back and do stuff in his neighborhood and possibly make him go down the wrong path. No, I'm not gonna do that. I know that's what y'all want me to do. I'm not doing it." And I had respect for that. Also, he always defended his players when Jalen Hurts and who's the other guy? It was Jalen Hurts and
not Tua, huh?
Tua. When they both was quarterbacks, and I think it was
Maria Taylor.
Maria Taylor, and he was like, not gonna do it. Quit asking. Like, when they're trying to get it, he was defending both of them. I mean, obviously you can't play both of them, but he didn't want to say a bad thing about neither one of them because he knew what both talents was. Jalen Hurts decided to transfer and go to Oklahoma. He still had Tua wins him a national championship. So again, I just think that it was the right call. I think he was a player's coach. I think he taught discipline. I also think he taught a lot of guys that athletes to be like, hey man, this is the way how life should go, structure. And to be honest with you, I know this is a hot take right now. again, when I'm not saying that he should be fired or he will be fired, but if Steve Sarkisian decided he wants to go to the NFL and wants to leave Texas, I can see Texas pouring in everything they have to go grab Nick Saban and asking Nick Saban to come back. I think it can happen. I think he would not be hesitant of taking that job. I think he.
Yes, he would. Yeah, he gonna hesitate. Yeah, he gonna hesitate. He's sitting on the couch right now. Didn't you not just hear Carson Beck getting $4 million for 1 year? And he's Nick Saban, one of the biggest people to say, like, nah, bro, like we gotta figure this NIL. No, that boy ain't no amount of money that could get him or Miss Terry up off that couch to come and start coaching. So that take is scalding hot.
It's scalding hot. But I feel like with Texas, like, we always talk about it. With their boot, like I don't think he has to do anything. Like, I think, like, with Bama, I think it's gonna be kind of hard to generate some revenue over here. But I think Texas, it's not. I think the boosters gonna speak for themselves. He can recruit really, really well. Everybody knows what his stature is. I mean, I think they're gonna tell him, listen, you have the easiest job here. All you gotta do is just do X's and O's and recruit. And if you want to recruit, I think that's how it's gonna go.
That ain't gonna happen, man. Before I get into Nick Saban's talking about his numbers, like, I gotta address what you just said, brother. Like, Nick Saban retired because of the way the landscape that NIL is right now. It's out of hand. Nobody knows how to put a cap on it. There is no true salary cap of the evaluation of, all right, this is the market value for a quarterback. This is the market value for a running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these different things happening with the NCAA where they trying to give an extra year eligibility, and JUCO is trying to say that their years aren't going to count anymore. Like, this is not the time to be taking no job at Texas for no amount of money. I don't care. What he doing right now, sitting on the couch, he worked 1 day a week during football season. Nick Saban, he probably not going, once the offseason hit after January 20th, you ain't gonna see Nick Saban again. You gonna see him just in the Affleck commercial with Dion. That's about it. That's the only time you gonna see him. You ain't gonna see him doing nothing else. You want to trade that for the hustle and bustle of 365 days a year. You are recruiting. You're not just recruiting guys on the road. You're not just recruiting guys in the portal. You're not just recruiting guys in high school. You're not just recruiting guys from other teams. You're recruiting guys to stay on the roster. Like, hey, second string 5-star. I know you're not playing right now, and I know that you have an agent that's telling you have an offer for $3 million to get in the portal, but stay here, please. He's having to recruit that. We probably can't give you the $3 million. We can give you 1.5 or 2. He having to deal with that every single day versus he could just be chilling on the lake somewhere. He's sitting on money. He ain't got nothing but a bunch of money right now. And being the greatest college coach in history, and then going on college game day here and there to talk about it. College football is a wild, wild west. We got XRP the king. College football is a wild, wild west. I'm surprised college teams can't trade players. But, hey, it might come pretty soon. It might be there pretty soon. Who knows? Between that, you got salary cap needing to be put down. You got all these different avenues of things that's happening. Bro, like, college football is crazy. Like, Nick Saban don't want to be a part of that. He good. I promise you. He is good. He is good at the house. He is good on that. And he will not be taking that deal. But when you look at Nick Saban as a coach and what he's done for college football, winning 7 national championships. I mean, the 2010s was really when he cemented himself as one of the greats, winning, 4 in that decade span, and 11, 12, the back-to-backs, 15 and 17, and then 1 in 20, 11 SEC championships, 16 SEC Western Division championships. From 2012 to 2018, the West ran through Bama, bro. 2020 to 2023, the West ran through Bama. Like, Buku Coach of the Years, the Bobby Bowden Coach of the Year, the Walter Camp Coach of the Year, the Paul Bear Bryant Award. Like, the doggone field, I think it's Bryant Denny Stadium at Saban Field now. I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken. Like his resume speaks for itself, bro. And what he's been able to do for the game, for college football, for the guys that are in the NFL now. You mentioned like a Jalen Hurts, you mentioned like a Tua Tagovailoa, all of the different people that are a part of, you know, the defenses, the Deron Paynes, and all these other guys that I know I'm missing and calling names of, but the list goes on and on and on. Numerous first-round draft picks. Nick Saban, rightfully so, deserves to be in the College Football Hall of Fame without question. Ain't nobody doubting that. XRP the King, another comment again saying, I don't understand why Bill Belichick would want to deal with college NIL drama. You know, honestly, he has in his contract, I think I read somewhere that it's like his contract is worth a certain amount of money until June 1st or something like that. And then if he decides to leave, he could bail out or something like that. Let me see if I can pull that up. Where Bill Belichick's contract is like worded weird. And it's because somebody was tweeting, they was like, bro, the only time that you're trying to have a deal like that is if you're trying to get out. Like, ain't nobody setting a contract up like that.
Yeah, I don't see him staying in college football that long either. I just think he just wanted to be back on the sideline. I mean, dealing with it though at the same time. I mean, I think it's just getting back to the X's and O's, XRP King. I just think that's all it is. Honestly, I think that it's just he just want to be back on the sidelines and he want to coach. I don't think the media side of it was his ordeal. I think he's just doing it because he was like, you know, bored or probably something. But I think that him getting in there. Plus, college football is taking a turn, man. It's taking a turn. More and more it's getting more and more like the NFL. So it's like it's slowly taking a turn. So for him to be a part of it, just showing that he could still do something, creating plays and things of that nature, and hopefully get back to the NFL, which he did. He had some interest from the Raiders, but he decided to just say, "Hey, I still want to be with North Carolina." So
yeah, he did have interest from the Raiders, and here his contract income in terms of from the New York Times. The basics for Belichick, it's a 5-year deal worth $10 million annually, but the first 3 years are guaranteed, which sort of makes it only a 3-year contract in coaching terms. The buyout to leave UNC is $10 million until June 1st of 2025, when it drops to $1 million. The only thing is, ain't nobody finna be coaching or trying to get no coach after June 1st because the draft gonna already been passed, and I think OTAs is gonna be rolling around and all that stuff. But essentially, Bill Belichick is going to make it where he can coach for a year, see what he likes. If another job comes open that he potentially wants to get, then he can pay $1 million and leave. And it ain't like he don't have it. So he got the money to do that. That wording, that verbiage in terms of that is saying, if I decide to leave at any given point, I can be out of here. It's got to be the right opportunity. So yeah, man, like I said, with the way the landscape of college football is right now, I just don't see Nick Saban ever coming back into the fold. I don't see that happening. Him coming back at best, he might be a consultant. Like literally like, hey bro, this is how you should run your program. Consulting coaches and stuff like that. But as far as like putting the headset back on and walking the sideline, nah, homie not finna do that. He finna continue to kick his feet up, him and Miss Terry sipping on some sweet tea, living his best life. And I can't blame him because he's earned it, bro. He's earned it. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.